Alright, my intention here really was just to shoot some silver tips and some XTPs, and I had planned to do some gold dots and some flat metal jackets, and when I get some gold dots I'll just do a whole string of them. But what I'm doing here is I just got a couple of slugs that I pulled out of a clay bank that I shot. Clay bank, of course, is a good bit stiffer than human, but I'm trying, what my intention was to see if I could make the jacket separate. So I've been told that the Silvertip was a new design and that there was no jacket separation issues or anything like that. And so what I've done was I've got a 180 grain Hornady XTP and a 200 grain, a 175 grain Silvertip, and I shot them in the bank. The 180, I shot it through a chrono, and when it hit the bank, or when it went through the chrono, which was about 6 or 8 feet from the bank, it was probably, I think it was on like 1358 on a 180 XTP, and the Silvertip was doing 1396. So they were moving pretty hard, and matter of fact, I think they were doing very good. But anyway, and this is what I got out of the bank. Now the Silvertip on the right penetrated in about 1.5 inches, and the XTP on the left went in about 4.5 to 5 inches. And this is what they look like. Let me see if I can flip this joker over without getting all out of whack here. Just taking a quick look at it. You can see some minor, very minor jacket separation there. Well, you got to keep in mind we rammed into a clay bank doing 1,300 plus feet per second, and it didn't, and the middle didn't try to pass, the back end didn't try to pass the front through the middle and tear the thing all to pieces. And so it pretty much stayed like that. And then looking at the Silvertip, it did a good job too. It didn't separate anywhere. I see a couple little edges. If you look at it real close right there, you can see a little small it's not even separated, it's stuck there, but the dirt got up in between it. But that's a hard bond there. It's not broken or anything. Of course, it's not very symmetrical, but I think the clay is going to cause a little problem like that. And plus, I didn't hit it straight on. The hole was getting dug out, and I hit it at a little bit of an angle. But that's the Silvertip running into a clay bank at roughly almost 1,400 feet per second within about 5 or 10 or 1,400. No major separation issues. So that would be a serious terminal powerhouse in terms of a human target. Now this guy here, he's got this little tear here, but you can't bend that at all, and it's not in the least little bit separated. It was moving roughly 1350 when it hit the same clay bank, and but it went in the ground in the clay bank about 3 times farther. So it's definitely exactly what I expected in terms of penetration. The XTP is designed to penetrate farther than the Silvertip for various reasons, but it's always going to be based on your target. But my main objective was to show no jacket separation on a Winchester Silvertip, and I shot about 10 each of these in there, and I was able to recover most of them, and they all look just like this. This is the very typical. I got a pile of rocks. I didn't bring them in there to do this video, but when I do this string, I'll do a string of videos with all the bullets. And my next one is I'm going to add in the Golden Saber high performance jacket, which seems to have a bad reputation for jacket separation, but I think it's probably unjust. If you well, I mean, I've read different people say different things about it, but I want to just see if I can make this jacket separate. Now, a water test may have created something totally different. You know, because you may have water, an extreme amount of water pressure get into one of the cracks between the jacket and the lid, and pull it off pull the jacket off the lid. But I haven't seen that to be the case either. Even though I haven't personally done the Silvertip, I know a couple people that did shoot them, and they said they shot just fine, but they didn't do any videos. And so anyway, and they seem to have retained all their weight, or very nearly all their weight. It's hard to say because there's still some dirt. There's still a little bit of dirt up in those cracks. So I don't have a good. I had to dig that one out. I had to use a crowbar to dig that one out of the ground. And the Silvertip, like I say, I pulled it right out of the ground. It was only in the ground about 1.5 inches. You know, if that. And so anyway, that was just a little demonstration of the new. And this Silvertip's a new design Silvertip, is what I've been told by Winchester's new design. So anyway, I think it speaks for itself.